Okay, Vincent may start with the 2 questions, please.
The first question, dear Bhante, sometimes when I am meditating, I will see random images that come and go. Some of them could be disturbing if I grasp them, but I don't, mostly. Can you talk a little bit about this phenomenon? Thank you.
This can be explained in this way. In our day-to-day activities, in the sense we are not mindful, there's so much of information coming from each 6 doors inward. So therefore our faculties are thoroughly involved around the bombarding signals coming. Whenever you try to put into the mindful mode, the inputs are stopped. So then sources of the outside start to project, going out. That's a kind of a catharsis. It's a kind of a healing process. So whenever you stop inputs by closing your eyes and going to a silent place and not smelling, not tasting, not touching and not thinking, it's also a very hard task. But soon it happens, whatever inside your library source, in your past memory, going to come out. So when it happens, it can be completely straight. You don't know what thing you are holding to, what you are carrying, that is your background. So when it happens, it appears like sometimes it appears like a past memory, but sometimes it appears like important events you remember. So when it happens, very good clear indication you are in the present moment, right? It's a kind of mental images, sounds and kind of thing. So this is the explanation that I would like to give. And the way out is, whatever is happening, if you know you are sitting, that's it. Don't worry about whether you are aware of the breathing or rising and falling detail, nothing. When you are sitting, if you know I am sitting, or if you can come back to sitting, you are still in the secure place. So therefore, let it happen, don't interrupt it, because otherwise you are carrying them from night to tomorrow morning, or from the Buddhist way, this life to the next life. So when you try to let them go, the mind will be healed and less weight. So therefore this catharsis has to take place. So when it happens, let it happen. And if you have any doubt, if you wish to come back and see your at-home situation, you may just check whether I know that I am sitting. While walking it happens, see whether you can check and know, and you are not sitting but walking. So likewise, let that happen and still bring the mind back to the reference point if you have any doubts. Otherwise, let it happen.
Yes, Swami answer. What should we do if we feel when we feel sleepy during meditation? What is your advice?
So sleeping also indicates that mind was too sluggish, too slimy and interrupts. Opposite of that is the agitated mind and disturbed mind. So disturbed mind is known as too much of energy. Sleepiness indicates as too lack of energy. So till that you find the equilibrium, these two can happen. So therefore, whenever sleepiness happens, you have to understand there is an event called waking up. Are you waking up to the primary object or to the wandering mind? It's a very interesting, important piece of information. Whenever you come to know that I am sleeping, that means you are waking up. When waking up, how quickly you can come back to the primary object is called resilience. So it is not in this the question or in the statement. If the person wish to add that into the discussion, that should be very interesting. Whenever you feel sleepy, after that whether mind go back to your primary object or it is bewildered, if it is no, person is not responding, you are going to proceed. So that will be the end of the sleeping session. That means you are awake. And you have to mark whether it is naturally coming back to your posture or detailed objects like in the object or rising and falling. Because actually sometimes you feel sleepy while walking. And few steps, it's happening. You don't know. That's one very, very dynamic man. He's like his automatically. He's not mindful. He says 3 times he can remember he's giving a sermon, still sleep and awake. He says, if I am not writing my autobiography, who the hell can write that into autobiography? I am such a dynamic man. I entertain sleeping, then only I become very charged. So I used to go to political meetings and politicians are talking nonsense, financially. And he says, at last, I remember, while I am delivering a sermon, so accustomed to the sermon, the body is giving sermon, the mind is purposely the sermon. So that can happen in walking meditation also. So therefore you have to understand what is the end season of the end moment of the walking. Is it coming back to your normal consciousness? That means your posture. Or it is sending you bewildered, worried, and all the kind of thing. That indicates the recovery process. This is the end of the sleeping process. If it is so, you have to go prepare, you have to catch the starting point of the sleeping process. It's a very dynamic. Because sleeping never happens by split second. It's a process. At the beginning, I would say, you will agree, if you are really first you feel boring, you feel very monotonous, and you feel very slimy. That's a precursor, that's a sign. So when that happens, you have to double dose your mindfulness. You have to get a boost dose, telling that not to lead into the sleepiness. And otherwise, you don't know how the mind is feeling. So when and where you keep the attention with one single object, the boredom sets it. Monotony sets it. And sliminess, and that you have to catch it. And you have to understand it's a kind of evolution and advancement in your practice. Even the object is boring, even the object is monotonous, we can keep on practicing. You are going to experience a paradigm shift of paradigm. So paradigm shift. So in that junction, the sleepiness or distracted mind can happen. Definitely, it is a part and parcel of your journey, but you have to go through it. So catching the early signs is that. So it is not in the normal mindfulness. It is called steadfast mindfulness, continuous mindfulness, or double-dose mindfulness. So that you have to be prepared. When you start to feel slimy, congealing, boring, monotonous situation, be ready for the next event, that is double-dose mindfulness. Then you can see whether you have not catch. You have managed to catch the early sign that is where the sleepiness happening. So therefore, one day, when you are practicing, you can see how the sleepiness develops. But after early signs and go there, sometimes you are successful and you can go to the explanation with mindfulness. So sometimes you can see how the process is happening. The learning of the sleeping process is the most dynamic thing in your practice. Ultimately, you will understand how I am in sleep. You know I am. Mindfulness. No. Mindfully, you can understand how I am in sleep. So recently, one girl, 7 years old, she wrote to me from Melbourne. She's a Sri Lankan girl, born in Melbourne. And she says, one day, my father is meditating and I have nightmares. So it's a little of a problem for me. There's no way out. One day I went to such a person. And then they asked to go to sleep mindfully. So I tried my best. Now, no more bad sleeps, bad dreams, no nightmare. And they say it's finished, the last sentence. Now I know when I am in sleep. But you know what does it mean to a girl at the age 6? more and more, I am in the sleep. So it's a completely different dimension. If you know when you are asleep, you have all the extrasensory perception, all the magics of the world. I read Carlos Castaneda is writing on the Argentina about Mayan civilization, the existing culture groups. They select the leader only who can awake into sleep. And they are only, they are so cool. I can awaken into the sleep and the dream, and then I can fly. I can read others' minds. All the things are there. So, being mindful in the day-to-day activities is the creation of one soul class. But that is master. You are slowly going into the other spheres. The sleepiness is the doorway. So, therefore, for the lazy bones, sleepiness is for the laziness. But for the meditators, with the full dynamism, it's a door opening to the mystic worlds or the magic or not scientific part of things like the near-death experience, ESP, telepathic communication, healing, all the things are there. So they are not the main result of meditation, but they appear like a side effects, byproducts. But still you have to continue, even though this sleeping situation, the way out or answer for that is understanding the early signs of sleepiness.
Next one is also related to sleep. How is it best to practice with slow and talk? Is it best to take naps during meditation or get up and go for a walk to wake up?
Okay, the simple answer is be prepared for that. Because it's a change or changing of this thing. And if you go prepared only, you can see early signs. We need you to see early signs of this slimy mind, shock and over sleepiness. You have to understand your mind must be with the double dose energy or boost dose. Then only you can uplift your meditation. So when you are uplifting like that, you can see it's a bottleneck. If you fail, you may call it as a sleepiness. If you are successful, you can see tricks of the mind. It is just a trick of the mind. Whenever a new place, unknown failure happen, mind slips into this sign nature. It never happen, never happy to go to a new arena, unknown. So whenever such unknown situation happens, this is one way of escapism. So therefore you have to know the root how the mind is finding and how much it is conservative, how much it is happy when you feel tension, how much it is happy when you feel frustration. Whenever it is going to new areas, mind never allows you to continue loss. So one way of working is this kind of sliding mind or so kind of and Nissarana, my teacher, he used to say, after long practice, it will be a frequent visitor. So then by going to preparedness, one day you can see through it. But even then, the one shot or one event is not enough. But to practice again and again, then only you can understand the awakening. The Buddha indicates the way life and everything has to be. It's like a chip inside the egg, still came out. The came out happened, coming out happening in a non-traditional way. The waking up happened beforehand. This kind of acid test and the bottlenecks are there. So therefore you have to directly face it. Otherwise you see that and go and sleep. That is my main answers. The proper answer, the direct answer is not in your combination. It's a completely new one. Be prepared for this unknown area. Only you can be prepared by learning the early signs. That is the result of your awareness.
Most Honorable Bhante, I am trying to advance the technique of counting to improve my breathing meditation by counting breaths in progressive steps. Step 1, count 1 breath. Step 2, count 2 breaths. Step 3, count 3 breaths. That way, up to step 8, count 8 breaths. And also progressively go down from 8 breath, set back to first breath, set and repeat. My problem is, I get lost in about the 5th set, but get to set 8 very rarely. Once I even got to set 15 and back. My question is, shall I continue to further perfect this approach, or kindly suggest any refinement to this method? May the Triple Gem bless you.
This has been suggested by the Nissarana, the famous standard book for the Thero tradition. Usana, Vanaya, Kapana, Anubandhana. The Vanaya means the counting breath without any distractions. With the in-breath and out-breath happen consecutively without jumping out for wandering, daydreaming, you count 1. And then again, if you can go to the second in-breath and out-breath, you count 2, 3, 4. And then it says, more the number you can continue, so much the strength of your mind goes. But never go beyond 10, never less than 5. So you must count up to some number in between 5 and 10. Number 8 is selected by our circle. And different teachers give suggestions. So you go in the outbreak 1, in the outbreak 2, in the outbreak 4, in the outbreak 5. And then if you know after 5, wandering mind happens, then you come back to 1. So this is what the counting system. And meanwhile, if you know what is the most distracting thing, what is the most wandering thing, whether it may be sleepiness, sounds, thinking, pain. So if you know the distraction, you can understand your personality. It indicates your personality trait. When we are sitting in the same place, same meditation hall, same number, if you ask individually, individual persons select their distraction personally. Their own, it's a personal trait. Some people find that sound is the most distracting. Some people find it pain. Some people find that sleepiness. Some people thinking. So if you know what is the most frequent visitor of this frequent pain for distraction, that you can understand whoever. So therefore, just by counting, don't try to push them away. Meanwhile, try to see, is there any pattern? Mostly I am distracted by thoughts, or mostly I am distracted by sounds, or pain, or sleep. So likewise, that also must be open. It's a diagnostic. That process is diagnostic. Only you can do. No one can do it by keeping the stethoscope or by the ECG, EEG, CAT scan, nothing. You have to understand, only thing is you hate that reason. Therefore, you are rotating in the same place, you are in the past. Invite that reason. Because it is telling you, who am I? What am I? What kind of distractions frequently happens. So that understanding must go into your interview report. And then you have to reconfirm it. Not to hate it and only keep it the breath. It's a kind of a samatha technique or concentration technique or calmness technique. Understanding the frequent distraction is vipassana. Keep that also open. Then you can make use the distraction as a diagnostic way to understand it well.
The last question is about jhana. Bhante, we always talk about the jhanas.
So that is why I am giving you to select the topic for the talks. Otherwise, that one person's desire for jhana will disturb the others. So therefore, I am not taking these topics as such, unless otherwise it's a question, it is relevant thing. We have selected the Sakunaggi Sutta, and that will continue. If you wish to learn, you have to select a particular sutta which is talking about jhana. Then I can share my knowledge. Otherwise, it is one person wish to know, and it may be directing the discussion to one side. If that particular person have any relevance, any pragmatic side, that you can replace the question. Then we can adjust to that part rather than taking the subject of jhana as such. And I am not much skillful in that subject also. My desire is more towards Vipassana side, but I can talk a lot from Vipassana jhana. Upanishad I wrote one chapter about Vipassana jhana. You can read it in this life itself, in this very life book. But for the moment, I suspend that question. And if that particular person has some personal relevance or a related aspect of the jhana, we can discuss that part. If that particular person is insisting.
That's all for today.
We are nearing 1 hour. If you have any questions regarding Satipasana or the answers or what I have given, we have 2 minutes.
When you're talking about the sleepiness, did you use the term slimy?
The congealing, slimy, and the example given is, I don't know if these terms are much convincing. Usually when you put butter into the fridge, the spreadability reduces, do not congeal. So that is the slimy mind. The soft and proper is known as tea and Midda means midda means it becomes congealed. So mind becomes spreadable when it's active. Otherwise, it becomes just like slimy and congealing. So that is the way the way they represent the sleeping mind, sleepiness. Okay, there are no questions. We will take time for the walking meditation. These all the clips. You can look into your computer also, or otherwise we can take tomorrow also to look into the sitting meditation and other kind of thing. What are you going to do? Are you going to look tomorrow also, or just you can take the link and you can see the websites?
This is Satipasana.org.
www.satipasana. Sati means mindfulness in Pali. Pasana means school. Okay, it is so. We are going to do some of the question and answers here. Thank you very much for the time.